I have a question for you. Are you trying to defraud the United States government? Now, before you answer too quickly, a lot of people are committing tax evasion without even realizing it. So in this video, I'm going to go through what I'm calling the top 5 techniques, schemes really, that people may try and use to minimize their taxes, and it's going to get them in trouble. And I'm telling you right now, you do not want to mess with the IRS. This video provides general tax information and is not personalized tax, legal, or financial advice. Tax laws can be complex and vary based on your individual situation. For advice tailored to your specific circumstances, consult a qualified tax professional like me. So, first off, let's define a few terms: tax avoidance and tax evasion. What is tax avoidance? Well, it's an action taken to lessen your tax liability and maximize your after-tax income. Tax avoidance is perfectly legal. Tax evasion, on the other hand, well, it's an action taken to evade a tax or the payment of a tax owed. Tax evasion is not legal. So let's count down the top 5 ways I think people try to evade taxes. So take David, for instance. David owns a vacation home in a very popular resort area. In the course of a year, David rakes in $40,000 in renting his Airbnb by the lake. As nice as this sounds, David doesn't want to pay taxes on that $40,000 of income he's making on his rental house. So he works out a deal. He removes his name from the deed of the house and puts it into his cousin's name. To be extra careful, he only deposits the funds he makes from that rental into another bank that's not his primary bank. Concealing assets, avoidance or evasion? Evasion. Here's number 4 on our countdown. So Anna's a freelance graphic designer and she works with a lot of small businesses. So Anna's out there collecting payments all the time on PayPal. But a lot of her clients want to pay cash, so she allows them to do that as well. So when it comes time to report her taxable income, Anna, she makes a few minor modifications to her income, and those cash payments seem to disappear from her ledger. Understating or omitting income? Evasion. Number 3 on the countdown. So Christina is a single taxpayer and she has no children. But she has learned about this amazing tax credit that the IRS offers. As I've discussed in a prior video, a tax credit is a dollar-for-dollar reduction in the amount of taxes you pay. So $2,000 is a pretty strong credit. But Christina has no children. So what does she do? She takes her nephew's name and puts it on her tax return as if that were her child. Falsely claiming a tax credit? That's tax evasion. There are so many tax credits available. Falsely claiming a credit you're not entitled to is definitely a bad idea. Number 2 on the countdown. So Lisa owns a consulting business, and Tom is her retired father who doesn't have that much income. So Lisa has an idea. She's taking in $200,000 a year in consulting income and decides to, shift $50,000 of that to her father by way of wages paid. But Tom doesn't really work for her. So what does this do? It lowers the taxable income for Lisa by dropping the income that her business has made. As if that wasn't sneaky enough, when the taxes have been filed, Tom returns that money to his daughter, maybe taking a small cut out for any taxes he had to pay. False allocation of income or income shifting in a case like this is tax evasion. And here it is, the number 1 way that I think people may be committing tax evasion without really realizing how serious it is. So Matt's a successful landscaper. In the course of operating his business, he has a lot of legitimate expenses that he should be deducting. But on the other hand, he's got some not so legitimate expenses he's trying to deduct. A business trip, business meals, maybe expenses for his automobile. But there's a problem. That business trip, that was really a vacation. Those business meals, that's just his groceries. And those auto expenses, that's on his personal vehicle that he's not even using for business. As you guessed it, taking improper deductions, that's tax evasion. You know what? There are so many legal ways to minimize your taxes. You don't need to rely on questionable techniques. Talk to a tax advisor, someone who specializes in helping people in their individual situations find very practical and legal and defendable ways to reduce taxes. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. That will help others who are searching for tax information to find this video. Many more videos are on the way. If you'd like to be notified when they come out, please click the subscribe button. Thank you.